Welcome, everybody, to Ricketts Park. It's the Connie Mack World Series. Next, the final day. Final four here. We've got four great teams, and we have two great games coming up. I'm Scott Galletti, Sandia High School head coach Chris Eaton, and Ed Nunez. We are up in the concourse here at Ricketts Park. Looking forward to a good game. It's the Midland Redskins taking on D-Bat United. Should be an outstanding game. Then the nightcap. The Enid Majors taking on the Colton Nighthawks. Pleasure to have you along here on My 50 TV, LivePlaySports.tv, ProView Networks. And we'll start with you, Chris. This is going to be a battle between a couple of teams that thought they were going to see each other in the finals, D-Bat United and Midland. They saw each other in the finals a few years ago.
Yeah, no, they're used to being here, and Midland's one of the best teams that Connie Mack has had, and they're traditionally in the championship game, so they're having to play with their backs against the wall, and I'm sure they wouldn't want it any other way. But the Enid Majors have done a great job and have emerged as the favorites, so that could be a potential big matchup looming tomorrow.
And Chris says, Ed, that Enid has emerged the favorite. Part of that is because they hit the tar out of the ball.
One of the things I said is even that their outs are scorching line drives, and it's true. They bring the whipping sticks out. A lot of these teams do. Chris mentioned the Midland Redskins, who have won 3 out of the last 4 tournaments. We know how good they are, 1-9, and they've got some great pitching as well.
And then you got D-Bat United who says, how about us, Chris?
Yeah, no, and they have a pretty good one themselves in center field with Tavion Vaughns, and guy's an outstanding player, committed to Oklahoma, so excited to see what this offense can do, and after last night, I'm sure they're ready to bounce back against a good Midland team.
And the dark horse, who has been here for the past 4 years, Colton Nighthawks, Ed, this is a team, I talked to some of their players after the game, and they are happy to get the monkey off the bat and be in the Final Four for the first time.
Beat the Southern California Renegades last night, an outstanding performance by pitcher Isaiah Muniz, who was our player of the game, and as Coach Eaton mentioned, hit 90 to 91 on the gun, scattered 5 hits, kept the Southern California hitters off balance all night long. They've got I think, Scott, I don't know all these 4 teams that are left, who doesn't have a lineup 1-9 that's got pop in it, and is every hitter in the lineup's dangerous.
Ethan McClellan goes for Midland. A bit of a change as they had another starter lined up, Jaron DeBerry. Third time we've seen him in the Connie Mack World Series during bracket play. He's kind of their horse.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing him. We saw him earlier, so he's going to keep them in the game. But McClellan, he's going to Vanderbilt, so big-time arm on the mound. Can't wait to see what he has.
Now, to kind of break things down, if Enid wins tonight, then they will wait tomorrow. They will play 1 game, and then if a team beats them, they will play 2 games. Now, if Colton should beat Enid, then it gets interesting, Ed. We'll have 3 teams. They will have a coin flip, and one of the 3 teams will get a bye. The other 2 will play in the 4 o'clock game tomorrow.
That is going to be very interesting, and Enid actually lost 9-1, so they are human. Yeah, I'm sorry, the Midland Redskins lost 9-1
to Southern California.
Right, they lost 9-1. So I think that's only heightens the expectations for these baseball games here tonight. It's been a great series. I've enjoyed the heck out of some of the best baseball you can see in the country is right here. There's no doubt about it.
And it's going to get better tonight, Chris. Before we go to break, we're going to see the best arms here going into tonight and tomorrow.
Well, I thought we saw some of the best yesterday, Scott.
we saw some good ones, yes.
They just keep getting better, and we saw 96, 97 yesterday, and I can't wait to see what we're about in store for tonight.
And when it comes to the pitching, the one team that kind of we're not talking about, even though they got run-ruled last night by Enid, the D-Bat United team still had that bye, and that's why they have Jaron DeBerry back in the lineup.
Yeah, and you saw how that bye really helps them out with giving that day off and kind of resets the pitching staff for D-Bats. So, last night after a loss kind of wakes them up a little bit, and then you got a great opponent coming up today, and the Midland Redskins, so should be quite a matchup.
And Ed, your thoughts on that?
Pitching's key. If you make a mistake, and Coach Eaton mentioned this, if you make a mistake to any of these hitters, they're going to make you pay. So DeBerry is a great pitcher. There's no question about it. He's got his hands full with the lineup, the Midland Redskins. As we mentioned, 1-9, they're all dangerous.
So we will come back with more on the pregame show in just a moment. It is Midland and D-Bat. You're watching the Connie Mack World Series.